Ladies and gentlemen, you're joining us. We've got an indie star in the ring under the name of Riddle. This is part of the promotion the owner's been doing where he's letting indie stars come to the XWF. This guy's going to be facing someone here tonight from the XWF roster. Personally, I don't know who it is. We're about to find out. Let's find out who it is. Oh, no. Oh no, it's Monger. He's here, and it looks like he's facing another indie guy on the owner's demand. So let's see what this Riddle guy has got going for him when he faces against this machine known as frickin' Monger. If you guys saw his match at Meltdown, well, look, I can't even put it into words. Check this out. Look at that. Oh my god, he calls that the spine snap. And then he just does his freaking muscles. Look at them. Look at his freaking guns, man. And this is just, oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't know at Meltdown what that move was called. It's now being officially announced. That move is called the Bicep of God. That's just unbelievable. And I would not want to be on the receiving end of that move. Now, look, guys, let me apologize for not even introducing the show properly. This is XWF Shockwave, episode 39. We're opening with Monger versus an indie guy called Riddle. And oh my god, he just clotheslined him into oblivion. The power of Monger is just, it's unbelievable. Look at the strength. He's lifting him up like a freaking ragdoll, and he dropped him down onto his knee, snapping him like a freaking twig. Unbelievable. Riddle fighting back. Come on, Riddle. Show him what you're made of. Goes up the ropes, and he just gets hip tossed into the ground by Monger, just decimating him. This guy is just a monster. He's a machine. Look at this. Look at this. Signature move, spine snapper. My life. My life. I would not want to be Riddle right now. Look at the eyes of this guy. Fire, fury, anger. What is Monger bringing to the table? This guy is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Oh my god, here we go. Bicep of God. Oh my god. Threw him into the air 7-8 foot and just dropped him into that Bicep of God. 1, 2, 3. It's over. What a way to open the show. This monster, this machine Monger, just decimating the guy. Look at this replay. My life. The moment of him. It's just ridiculous. Look at that, my god. It doesn't get any easier to freaking watch. Seriously. Seriously, man. This is just vicious. Oh my god. So, okay, you can stop showing us the freaking replay, man. Oh my god, they show us some freaking slow motion. Oh my god. Absolutely vicious, Monger. Stop freaking showing us the replays, man. We've seen it. I'm gonna have freaking nightmares. I'm gonna be dreaming that I'm getting Bicep to God. Fucking Monger, absolutely incredible. I'm looking for what else he brings to the XWF. Maybe if he gets given a better opponent. But, time will come. His time will come. So, let's check out what matches for tonight. We got a no-holds-barred championship wildcard match. Big D defends the title against Curtis Clubs. Other than that, we haven't got anything announced yet, so we're going to have to keep an eye on the show and see what happens. I'm sure the owner's got something up his sleeve. Backstage with the Pokerkings, and Dominic Spade says, a wild card, no-holds-barred title match for you. Just know, if things get sticky, I'll have your back, man. And Curtis Club says, yeah, I know you will. One of us is leaving as a no-holds-barred champion tonight. It's about time the Pokerkings brought home some gold. They're plotting against Big D here. I don't know if that's a good plan. Dominic Spade says absolutely, and we're in the office with the owner now. What's this about? What is this about? Oh, it's the World Heavyweight Champion, Luke Loins. And he comes in and he says, owner, you called for me. And the owner says, Luke Loins, I did indeed. Congratulations on your victory at Meltdown. That was one hell of a match. It was indeed. I definitely agree with the owner. The owner says, I'm sure you're bruised and you're hurting tonight, so I'm giving you the show off. However, while you're resting, the rest of the roster, they won't be resting, because there is a whole load of guys that want to be next in line for your title. And I have devised a way to decide who that next person will be. When Luke Loins says, that sounds good, what do you have in mind? And the owner says, well, that would be telling, wouldn't it? I'm going to go down to the ring to announce it today. Oh, I'm interested to see what the owner's got up his sleeve. And Luke Loins says, I'm interested to see as well. And the owner says, I'm sure you will like what I have planned. And Luke Loins says, I'm sure I will. And Luke Loins leaves. So it looks like, the owner's setting up a tournament or a division or some way to find out who the next number one contender is. Backstage was Upson here, and he says, Drake, you got me at the last hurdle. But I am a fighter, and I will keep on fighting. I had a great run with that title, and my goal is to once again be the internet champion. And when I do, win that bout again, I will successfully defend, and I will have a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Something I have dreamed of ever since I was a kid. So I'm making it official. Tonight, I'm calling for my title rematch, and I'm going to bring my best to the ring. See you in the ring tonight. Tobias Upson calling in his, what they call it, a rematch clause in the contract, you know, and that is going to be happening tonight. Jacob Drake will have to defend the Internet Championship against the man that he took it from at Meltdown, Tobias Upson. You know, I'm looking forward to that. I think Upson's going to be more focused, and I think he could have a chance of winning the title back. We're moving now to our no-holds-barred wildcard match. Curtis Clubs got given a shot. And when you get given a shot like this, you want to make the most of it, especially in a wild card. It's an opportunity that might not come to you again for a long, long time. You know, Curtis Clubs is not necessarily a man that's usually in the no-holds-barred division, but this is an opportunity for him to make some waves. You know, if he could beat Big D tonight, win that title, that could set his career path in a new direction. And here is Big D making his way down to the ring. No-holds-barred champion still. He has had that bout since Absolution, and there is no denying this guy is rocking hard with that title, man. Defending it left, right, and center against some great talent. But Big D is refusing to let go of the title, and that is what I'd like to see, a fighting champion. I mean, look at this guy. It's Big D. He's insane. He's powerhouse. He's dangerous, and he's determined. You know, that's what I love about this guy, and that's why he's doing so well with the title. Now, Curtis Clubs, like I said, this could be his opportunity to put himself on the map if he could beat Big D today. It would be a bit of an upset, but, you know, upsets happen. That's the thing. Do I think Curtis Clubs can beat Big D tonight? If I'm honest, no. I think Big D's on a roll with that title. I think he's got another victory in the palm of his hand waiting for him tonight. But that's not to say that Curtis Clubs isn't going to give it his best shot. Especially, you know, Dominic Spade talking to him about the match. He said he had his back. I'd be a little bit worried about that if I was Big D. Oh my God! An uppercut knocking Curtis Clubs clear of his feet and a big boot. Clubs trying to get up to his feet. He looks winded. Big D, look at this. Irish whip over the top rope. Clubs tries to hold on. Big D shoulder blocks him, and Curtis Clubs flies down into that audience barrier head first, like he's holding his head. And Big D, Irish whip, throws him into the corner of that audience barrier, and he's got under the ring. He's got a steel chair. Clubs runs in and clotheslines. What power from Curtis Clubs, knocking Big D down, throwing some clubbing fists here. He grabs Big D, elbow shot to the back of the head. He's got that chair. He goes to hit Big D. Big D grabs it out of his hands. Big D runs it. Oh my God, he cracked him in between the eyes. Vicious from Big D. Dangerous for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Curtis Clubs. Not enough to keep Curtis Clubs down. Big D staying on the attack side headlock like he's holding up. A fan's got a freaking guitar. Fan's got a guitar. Big D threw his head through the guitar. My God, fan brought his weapon to the ring. Big D chokes him on Clubs, driving him down onto that cold, solid floor. Big D for the cover. 1, 2, and 3, and Big D retains the no-holds-barred championship here tonight on Shockwave, episode 39. A solid defense from Big D. A short match, shorter lived than I expected. And Dominic Spade just jumps over that barrier with a kendo stick, whipping it across the forehead of Big D. And now Dominic Spade just attacking Big D with his kendo stick. Absolutely vicious. Dominic Spade goes to grab Big D, and he threw him over them steel stairs. Bad move, Dominic Spade. Bad move. Big D's put him into a Big D over the top. Oh my God. No. Oh, Dominic Spade. Oh my God. Onto the steel stairs. This is Big D for you, left, right, and center. Torn Dominic Spade up. Clubs is rolled over there out of the way. He's destroyed him. Big D chokes out again on the cold, hard floor. Leaving a message for anyone that wants to take that no-holds-barred title from Big D, and he's leaving with that belt. Dominic Spade and Curtis Clubs devastated as Big D leaves, and whoa. Crow, the #1 contender, is at the top of the stage facing down at Big D. Is this going to turn into a fight? Big D staring him down. Big D knows how hard this guy is, and Crow leaves, but he's leaving a message for Big D. I'm looking forward to this matchup. You know, Big D looking stronger than ever, destroying both members of the Pokerkings in probably about 4 minutes. You know, 2 massive chokeslams on the cold, hard floor. But could Crow beat a man to take that title from him, and win? A limo has just arrived in the building, and getting out of it is the Bronx Bunny, the new tag division champions. They won it at Meltdown, taking the titles from the Birds of Prey in what can only be explained and described as an unclean, dirty finish, a very controversial one, but they are the champions at the end of the day. The referee's decision was final. He didn't see what they did, and they are the champions, his word is final. We got the owner now making his way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. That's something you see happen often. I'm thinking this could mean big things. The owner earlier on said to Luke Loins he had some plans, and I'm interested to see what plans he's got. Meltdown was a great pay-per-view. I was really impressed with it. I know everyone that watched it at home really enjoyed the show. Some incredible matches, some incredible title defenses, and obviously some incredible title losses as well, with the Birds of Prey losing the titles to the Bronx Bunny. A great match, questionable result. Luke Loins defending the World Heavyweight Championship in what could be classed as the best match of this season so far, in my opinion. Great match. TLC, Luke Loins and Damage, incredible. But, the owner said it's time to decide who's going to now get a shot at Luke Loins. I'm sure Damage is going to want another shot, but the owner's got different plans. And the owner says, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our Meltdown pay-per-view. Tonight, I will be announcing my plans for how I will decide the next #1 contender. I have devised a tournament that I am calling the Green Light Tournament, and it will start tonight. It starts tonight? Damn right, I'm up for that. And the owner says, I have handpicked the top 8 deserving men in my eyes. They are A-Bomb, Damage. I agree so far. You can't go wrong with this. Damage is going to want another shot. Dr. Karn. Yeah. The owner's on the ball. Inferno. Great choice. Who else has he got? Junction. I can't fault the owner's decision with these guys so far. Nightmare. Another guy that deserves to be in here, in my opinion. Lord Lore. Legend in the industry. Mike Jacobs. Whoa, man, this lineup is insane. The owner says, now, over the next few weeks, each of these men will wrestle 3 matches. When they win, they will receive a green light. If they lose, they will get a red one. I like the concept so far. The owner says, at the end of the tournament, the men with the most green lights will face off, and the winner of that match becomes the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship and will face the World Champion at our next pay-per-view. Speaking of pay-per-views, our next one will be Gladiators Gauntlet. Oh man, that is a sick logo, and I cannot wait to see what this pay-per-view looks like. The owner says Gladiators Gauntlet is named after the main event match of the same type. 15 men will compete in a huge gauntlet match. Elimination will be via pinfall, submission, or over the top rope, 2 feet touch the floor elimination. The winner will become the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. The next few months of XWF are set to be very exciting indeed. I agree with the owner, man. We got 2 opportunities to become the #1 contender here. And the owner says, before I leave, I would like to show you the green light matches that will be happening tonight. Mike Jacobs will face Lord Lore. Man, I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be a beast of a match. And our main event will be Nightmare versus Damage. Oh, man. What 2 big matches for the owner to announce for tonight. And the owner says, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of the show. That's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to the matches. A little bit annoyed the owner didn't spin a wheel. No, sorry. Bad joke. The matches that he announced for tonight. Green light tournament matches. Win a green light. Lose, you get a red light. Mike Jacobs versus Lord Lore. And also tonight, as the rematch clause was invoked, Upson will get his rematch against Jacob Drake for the Internet Championship, which he lost to him at Meltdown. And our main event, a green light tournament match again. High stakes, 2 old friends, great matches, Nightmare versus Damage. I'm looking forward to that. Jacob Drake backstage says, Upson. You can have your rematch clause all you want, yo. But at the end of the day, yo, this Internet Championship, which was built off of me, off of my reputation, is back where it belongs, round my waist. So once I retain this title against you tonight, I'm going to keep retaining this gold. 2 defense, then 3, yo, then 4, yo, 5, yo, 6, 7, 8, 9, yo. And then, Luke Loins, you better be balling, because I'm going to be coming for that world title. Jacob Drake laying down the more. And Jacob Drake says, after I am the first one to cash in a 10 defend. I'm not just the first to cash it in, y'all know, but the first to successfully cash it in. Upson, you can't compete with the Messiah of the squared circle, yo. I proved it at Meltdown, and I'll prove it tonight, West. Jacob Drake telling Upson that he hasn't got a chance. We got the Bronx Bunny now, the new tag division champions, making their way down to the ring to a chorus of boos. You know, the fans not impressed what the Bronx Bunny did. They cheated their way at Meltdown. You can't deny it. You know, you can say it was lies, it was cheats, and I agree, but at the end of the day, as much as we don't like it, they won the titles. They are the tag division champions. They defeated the Birds of Prey. As questionable as you want to say it was, they're walking down to the rings with the straps around their waist. So, you know, I don't know, they're not scheduled for a match tonight, so I'm guessing they're just coming down to gloat. You know, rub in our faces what they did and how they did it, and the fact that they are the XWF Tag Division Champions. It is official. They're asking for microphones, so let's see what they're going to say. Skinner says, at Meltdown, we did what we always set out to do. We became the XWF Tag Division Champions. And that proves to all mindless people that wearing a stupid mask and doing flips doesn't make you the best tag team in the world. No. We've been sick of these pathetic merchandising shifters. Their time is up. Wrestling isn't about 7-year-old boys with posters of the Birds of Prey and the Hardcore Hate Crew. Wrestling is about the real fighters, the real winners. And there isn't a better team in the XWF. There isn't better fighters and winners than us. The Birds of Prey have come up on the stage, Tron. And Falcon says, you know you cheated us out of those belts of Meltdown. You know it. How dare you do what you did? Them belts, they are full of prestige here in the XWF. Look at them from the start of this federation. CWO, Hardcore Hate Crew, the Birds of Prey. Not to mention all the teams that have gone out there each and every single night and put it all in the line to attempt to win those titles. You guys have disgraced that, and we say it's unacceptable. So we're calling for our rematch clause, and we're calling for it on the 40th anniversary of Shockwave. And them belts are coming back where they belong. Them belts are coming back to us, to the Birds of Prey. And look at the Bronx Bunny. They don't seem happy about the situation. The Birds of Prey on the stage, on the Tron, and they are not happy. And look at Skinner's face. Look at Skinner's face, interrupted in his first segment as the champions in the ring. The Birds of Prey ruined that, and Skinner does not look happy. Skinner does not look happy, and I don't think they got anything to say. They're leaving. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, on our anniversary show, episode 40 of Shockwave, the Bronx Bunny will have to defend their titles in a rematch clause against the Birds of Prey. Set to be a great match. Can the Birds of Prey recover their titles? We're going backstage. And Steve Connor approaching Mike, and he says, Mike. And Mike Jacobs says, Steve, I didn't even realize you were here tonight. What's up? And Steve Connor says, well, the owner has told me I always have a place here in the XWF. There's always some admin work. You know, there's always a little bit of behind the scenes. Even if the injuries have prevented me from any further in-ring action. So I thought I'd just come and find you before your match and just say good luck, man. Good luck in your match against Lord Lore, and good luck in the Green Light Tournament. And Mike Jacobs says, thanks, Steve. That means a lot. Oh, that's not something you see every day, is it? It's a bit of a nice little patch from Mike Jacobs, setting him up for this match against Lord Lord, the beast. Green lights on the line. You know, this Green Light Tournament that the owners got running, I'm really impressed with it, really looking forward to it. It's given us two great matches to look forward to tonight. This one, Mike the Viper Jacobs versus Lord Lord, and obviously our main event of this evening, Nightmare and Damage, which is always a classic, always a great match. You know, I'll be a little bit worried about Damage. He's only just come off the TLC match against Luke Loins of Meltdown. He's going to be nursing some injuries for sure. If I was Damage, you know, I know it's not his choice, but I would be wanting to have a show off like Luke Loins, the world champions, got to recover and recuperate ready, but, you know, no rest for the wicked. Damage wants to be the #1 contender. He wants to do what it takes, and that involves him facing Nightmare tonight. Anyway, let's focus on this match. Mike the Viper Jacobs, one of the, you know, a ring general, one of the most technical wrestlers in the world today, will be facing the legendary statue that is Lord Lore. You know, probably one of the most decorated wrestlers in the industry, especially when it comes to our roster. You know, I like to say, you know, no disrespect to the other rosters, in my opinion, XWF has one of the greatest rosters going. Especially when we have the likes of Lord Lore. You know, this guy is a veteran in the industry, veteran in E-Fed wrestling in general. One of the most recognizable faces and names. His legend stands before him. I don't think I've ever seen Lord Lore face Mike Jacobs. I don't think we've ever had that matchup here in the XWF. It's a unique matchup. I'm not saying they haven't faced each other on the indie circuit in history, but here in the XWF, I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. You know, the two men that are in the ring, they're fireworks. They're both two of the most decorated wrestlers here in the XWF, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. They're gonna go all out, green light on the line. So let's get this show on the road, as they say. Let's get this bull kick. Let's get this fight started. Locking horns. Who's the stronger man? And Lord Lore wins with an arm twist there, arm wrench, and Mike Jacobs reverses it into a side headlock, just stretching the neck. Lord Lore turns into an arm. Great technicality. Mike Jacobs kicks his way out. Keylock kick to the ribs. Elbow shot to the back of the head. Side headlock from Mike Jacobs. Elbow shot to the back of the head again. Mike Jacobs throwing some fists. Lord Lore blocks it. Throws a fist into the forehead. Mike Jacobs blocks it. Throws a fist into the forehead. Lord Lore blocks it, and a clothesline, knocking Mike Jacobs off his feet. Lord Lore gets the top of this exchange and a big boot, knocking Mike Jacobs clean off his feet. Lord Lore, Irish whip, throwing him into the corner. This is Lord Lore style. Lock you down in one side of the ring, give you no room to breathe, no room to escape, and Lord Lore just pummel you and destroy you. Mike Jacobs turns it around, throws Lord Lore into the corner, shoulder block to the abdomen, and another one from Mike Jacobs, knowing that he's got to wear down this hulk of a man with a clothesline, taking the big man down. Great move from Mike Jacobs. Waist lock here into a sleeper slam, going for the cover early. One, and a kick out on one there by Lord Lore. Not enough to keep him down, but, you know, a pin is worth a pin. You go for a pin. If they don't kick out, they've used energy and stamina to kick out of the pin. True story. Short arm clothesline there from Lord Lore, turning this back in his favor. Now just mounted punches, pummeling the forehead of Mike Jacobs, causing a concussion, causing a bruise into the brain and the skull, a way to wear your opponent down, and they will feel that as the match goes on. Elbow shot to the back of the head, a short arm clothesline there from Mike Jacobs, and another one, again knocking Lord Lore down to his feet. A kick to the abdomen from Mike Jacobs, side headlock. What's he got in mind? Turning him round, hangman elbow to the jaw, knocking Lord Lore down, and Mike Jacobs grabbing the head and pummeling it into the mat. Pummeling it for the bruise and damage. One, and a kick out on one again by Lord Lore. Nowhere near enough to keep this legend down. Lord Lore reversing into a belly-to-belly suplex, catching Mike Jacobs off guard. Mike Jacobs already had this under control, but Lord Lore reversals, left, right, and center, a punch to the abdomen, and another one in the corner. Punch to the face here, hook in the arm. Lord Lore, the strap of Lord Lore, a massive hip toss, throwing Mike Jacobs, 3/4 of the way across the ring. Mike Jacobs went to grab Lord Lore, but Lord Lore keyholed under it, turned into a back body drop, slamming him down. Lord Lore taking control of Mike Jacobs as this match goes on. Going for an abdomen shoulder block, but Mike Jacobs kneed him in the face, reversing it. And now Mike Jacobs has got an opportunity to turn this back into his favor with these vicious bruising shoulder blocks. A kick to the throat, and now look at this, just choking him out with a knee in the corner. Mike Jacobs' opportunity to keep this in his favor. Irish whip to the top of the ring. Lord Lore rebounds, and a DDT there from Mike Jacobs, pummeling the skull into the mat, driving it down, and now just driving these elbows into each shoulder, bruising and wearing the opponent down for the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out on 2 by Lord Lore. These elbows in the shoulder cause lactic acid to build up. It's a great way to wear the opponent down as the match goes on there. Lord Lore's really going to feel that as the longer, it's going to take its toll on him the longer this match goes on. Lord Lore now sitting Mike Jacobs up in an elbow to the heart, and again holding that arm. Just giving some leverage for that elbow jabs. 1, 2. And a kick out on 2.2 there by Mike Jacobs. Not enough to keep him down, but Lord Lore staying on the attack. Mike Jacobs reverses the punch. Look at this. Throws him over into this King Northern Light style armbar, and he's got it locked in good on Lord Lore. Lord Lore's got nowhere to go, and Mike Jacobs is applying the pressure of this submission hold. Lord Lore in pain. This is Mike Jacobs' technicality. Just, you didn't see that coming. I didn't freaking see that coming, and Lord Lore didn't. No one saw it coming. Mike Jacobs locks it in, and he's got Lord Lore in submission, but Lord Lore finds his way out with head scissors. He's locking in a low breaker. Mike Jacobs fights his way out. Kick to the abdomen. Oh, man. What a reversal. And Mike Jacobs 2 clotheslines now. This is the opportunity. Hooks the arm. Face buster on Lord Lore.
You know, Mike Jacobs, so resourceful with the ring. He's always one step ahead of you. It doesn't matter who you are. Extreme German suplex, the signature maneuver. And Mike Jacobs is rallying up. He's got the crowd on their feet. He's got the crowd on their feet, and he's toiling him for a viperplex. Lord pushes him away. Lord Swift Justice out of nowhere. Lord, this is the problem with Lord. You cannot judge what he's gonna do, what he's gonna pull out. You got him on the ropes, and split second later, he's got you. 1, 2, 3, and a kick out milliseconds before the 3. Great match so far from these two men, and Lord torning him up for a lore breaker. If he hits it this time, it is definitely over. Lord kicks him down. He's locking the arms in. Lore breaker engaged. Mike Jacobs throws him over his head. Neither of these two men allowing the finishing maneuvers to happen. Mike Jacobs locks in a neck breaker in an attempt to shut Lord down, and he drives his skull and neck into the mat. Leg hook for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Lord kicks out on 2.5. You know, so much on the line. You got to think how much one green light could change your path in this tournament. You know, one red light could screw you over. If you win this match, you're in the lead as far as it is compared to anyone else. You know, somebody's going to be getting red lights, and you're ahead of them. Mike Jacobs punching Lord on the top rope here, and Mike Jacobs climbing up a punch to the skull there. Look at this, Mike Jacobs onto the top rope, arm over, superplex from Mike Jacobs, right slap bang into the center of the mat. This could be over. 1, 2, 3, and Lord kicks out on 2.9. 2.9. What these guys got to do to keep each other down, but Mike Jacobs driving an elbow into the skull, not letting Lord get up, and another one. Mike Jacobs, you know, this match has gone backwards and forwards, and Mike Jacobs, look at this. Viperplex, Lord twist around suplex out of nowhere. I thought Mike Jacobs had it in the back for the cover. 1, 2, 3, no. God, man, this is intense. What do these men gotta do to keep each other down? Lord double axe handle. And another one right in between the eyes. Lord. Whoa, roll up for Mike Jacobs. Get up in. 1, 2, 3, no, Lord kicks out again. Clothesline there from Mike Jacobs. And another one. These two men all over each other. Double axe handle from Lord. And another one. Both men just keep getting up, and Lord. Oh, Oklahoma slam, driving him into the mat. Driving the spine into the mat. And Lord eyeing him up for a swift justice. This is not a place that Mike Jacobs wants to be. He's stunned. He's dazed. He's confused. He's turning around. Lord, swift justice on Mike Jacobs again. Second time in the match, and Lord's turning him up. Mike Jacobs just doesn't even know where he is. And Lord locks it in. He locks it in. Lord breaker driving the skull into the mat. And this is as good as over as far as I'm concerned. 1, 2, 3, and Lord gets a green light in this tournament. Both men put it all out there here tonight on Shockwave. There's no denying that. But tonight, Lord gets the green light. Could Lord get another shot at the man who took the title from him at Absolution, Luke Loins? You know, this could be another chance for Lord to get another shot and become the champion again. Lord gets a green light, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Jacobs does receive a red light. That's not to say he can't win this tournament, but it is to say that he has put back a considerable step. Very impressive so far, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking forward to that continuing in our main event. But next up, we will have Jacob Drake defending his Internet Championship in a rematch clause against a man he took it from at a Meltdown to buy a substance. Obviously, our main event sees two old friends collide again in a rivalry which will go down in history. There's no doubt about it. Nightmare versus Damage in the Green Light Tournament. We're going backstage, and Inferno says, "That's right, keep tweeting and tweeting. I've had countless tweets that Junction beat me at Meltdown." Junction did something that he's very good at doing, fluking a victory. Junction flukes his way through everything, but he amounts to nothing every single time. Name me a time when Junction has managed to get to the top of this company. You can. He can. He flukes his way through everything, and he always falls at the last hurdle every single time. And you will all see that ring true in this Green Light Tournament, because Junction will amount to nothing as usual, and I will win and become the world champion. Strong words from Inferno. You know, he lost to Junction. That's just the way it is, but he thinks that Junction's not going to go anywhere in this tournament, and he's going to win it. On Tremors, which is our next show, A-Bomb will face Inferno in their first Greenlight tournament matches. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hearing that we may also have another announcement regarding the Greenlight tournament and another match which will be announced for Tremors later on in the show. Looking forward to that. So Tobias Upson, now, no longer the internet champion. I've seen him walking down with that belt to the ring so often, defending it with such vigor. He seems empty without the belt. It hurts me because I know that title meant so much to Tobias Upson, and he put everything he had on the line every single match. He had some great defenses, and at the end of the day, one night, he just wasn't the better man in the match, and Jacob Drake did do him at Meltdown. But, that's a testament to Jacob Drake and his skills. Like he said, he put the title on the map, and once again it's around his waist, and he plans on putting it on the map again. So, the match they had at Meltdown, these two men, it was a great match, so I'm looking forward to seeing how Tobias Upson deals with a rematch now that he knows who his opponent is. You gotta remember, at Meltdown, Tobias Upson didn't know. It was a nameless challenge. He didn't know who he was going to be facing, but he accepted it either way. Now, Tobias Upson's had a week or so since Meltdown, maybe a bit longer, to recuperate, and he knows Tobias Upson. He can do his research on Jacob Drake, look at his ring style, look at what he brings to the table, and try and work out a plan to use in the squared circle against Jacob Drake. I can feel the aggression and the anger in Tobias Upson, but I can feel the determination as well. Jacob Drake starting this match with the lead here. Elbow shot to the back of the head, and another one. Runs in on a clothesline, knocking Tobias Upson down. You can feel the frustration in the start of the match for Tobias Upson as Jacob Drake takes control. A shot to the forehead there. And another shot to the forehead in the corner. He's got him locked down. Tobias Upson turns inside out. A kick to the abdomen, and another one. Tobias Upson on fire. Look at this kick to the abdomen of Jacob Drake, who crumbles down, and Upson runs in with a knee to the forehead. Upson determination running through the blood of this guy as he bounces Jacob Drake off the rope in a leg lariat, knocking him down to the ground. Upson runs into a forearm smash, starting strong from Upson, and another one cutting Jacob Drake down to size. Irish whip into the corner. What's Upson got in mind? He runs in and goes for a dropkick, but Drake moves out the way. Snapmare from Drake. Quick reflexes, spider-like reflexes, lightning reflexes, and German suplex from Jacob Drake. Enough to cut you down to size, enough to change the momentum in an instant. Irish whip draws him in and a knee to the abdomen. Look at this. Upson trying to get up to his feet. Basement dropkick in the side of the head by Jacob Drake, the self-proclaimed messiah of the squared circle, as he calls himself. Side headlock, European uppercut there. Stunning Upson. Waist lock. What's he got in mind? Look at this. Lifts him up and slams him down into the ground. Jacob Drake taking control of the match. He rolls Upson over for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2 there by Upson. Not enough to keep him down. Again, round the waist, nice reversal there into an armbar by Tobias Upson. What's he got? A smash to the back of the elbow, softening up the arm. Punches Jacob Drake into the ropes. Irish whip, bounces him off. Leapfrogs over him. Again, leapfrogs over him as he bounces off the rope. Oh, reverse elbow there, right in the forehead of Jacob Drake, knocking him down to size. Arm wrench here. And again, turns it around, and again an elbow shot to the elbow. Tobias Upson working on the arms of Jacob Drake. Elbow shot to the back of the head. Again, a punch and a punch and a punch into the corner. Kick to the abdomen, and another one. Tobias Upson clearly throwing everything he's got at Drake now. Onto the second rope. Look at this flying European uppercut. Cutting the face off of freaking Jacob Drake. Leg hook, 1, 2, and Jacob Drake kicks out from the cover. Great match so far. I'm really enjoying it. Is it as good as their Meltdown match? I don't know. We got to see. It's still early time. It's still early days. But these two men are going at each other. And a great enziguri there from Tobias Upson. Again, getting the leg hooked. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2 by Jacob Drake. Not enough to keep the internet champion down. Not enough to take the title from him. But I can feel this growing into Tobias Upson. He's going at him with everything he's got. Goes for the Irish whip. Jacob Drake reverses it. Off the apron, forearm there. Tobias Upson spin around corkscrew, body splash. Getting the leg hook again. 1, 2, 3, and a kick out just before the 3 by Jacob Drake. The fans on their feet. Their electricity as Upson nailed that signature maneuver. Upson's turning Jacob Drake up. Could he get the Upson down in? If he does, or was he going for it? I think he was going to go for an acid trip, but it's too late because Jacob Drake hits double shoulder blocks, goes under the arm. Look at this. Spin around backdrop, driving the spine into the mat. And Jacob Drake picks Upson up and hits him with the world's most infamous neck breaker. This could be over if Jacob Drake gets on board with what I'm thinking, and he's turning him up. He's turning it up. If he hits the Drake break, this could be over. Locks in the Drake break. Upson fights as well. Upson down. Upson reverses the Drake break into an Upson down. That's what you get when you scout your opponent. That's what you get when you scout him. Leg hook 1, 2, 3-0! Drake kicked out. Upson milliseconds, scratching the surface, so close to getting that title. But Upson staying on the attack. He knows he's got to. 2 clotheslines off the rope. Crescent moon kick. Drake goes under. Drake backdrop out of nowhere, cutting the momentum of Tobias Upson. Upson, that is the skills of a guy that wants to go far in the industry. He knew it was coming. Drake with a neckbreaker snapper there. Man, the crowd was so freaking heated. They were on their feet for that. Upson turned a Drake break into an Upson down. I thought he had him in the bag, man. I really did. But Drake's back on the attack now. Irish whip into the corner. Look at this. He pushes Upson down. Oh no. Repeat of Meltdown. He's locked in the player hater. Upson's up. Forearm smash. He saw it coming again. You can tell Upson scouted Drake out. 1, 2, 3. Upson's done his homework, but it's not enough to keep Drake down. Reversing everything that Drake throws at him. Every signature maneuver, every finishing maneuver that he goes for. Upson's on the receiving end, but he turns it into his favor. And Drake now turns Upson down. He sits him down again in the corner. And Drake going for a second time lucky. Shades a Meltdown! And he hits him with the player hater. The way that he did it. The way that he won the title at Meltdown. Leg hooked 1, 2, 3. And it's over. Jacob Drake retains the title. First title defense against the man that he took the title from, Tobias Upson. Tobias Upson, he gave it everything he had. He went out there and he gave it a good shot, but at the end of the day, Jacob Drake was the better man again, and he retains the Internet Championship here tonight on XWF Shockwave 39. A great match. You can't take anything away from Tobias Upson. Like I say, he just didn't get the job done, and that gives Jacob Drake his first defend in the 10 defend status role. If he gets 10, he can cash that title in against the World Heavyweight Champion and get a shot for the title. Impressive. Can Jacob Drake be the first one to successfully do that? Arthur Upson was so close, we're going to have to wait and see. Junction's backstage, and he says, Inferno, you can say what you want to say. At Meltdown, I beat him fair and square in the center of that ring. Inferno is no longer a worry of mine. My focus is now on this green light tournament, because next show on Tremors, I am in the main event with a chance to win a green light, and it is not going to be easy. Hell, maybe it's going to be impossible, but you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to take every ounce of my strength to that match, and my goal is to win it. See you all in the main event next show. So Junction is going to be in the main event. We're about to find out who he's going to be against. Ho! Dr. Karn faces Junction in Tremor's main event. It's a green light tournament match. One of them gets a green light. One of them will leave with a red light. That's going to be a great main event. I'm really looking forward to that. Compare that with A-Bomb Inferno. It's going to be sick. Big D says, let me just say this. I'm not about to have someone keep staring me down every show. As much of a machine as Tsunami is, I defeated him at Meltdown. And now Crow, you won Meltdown pre-show match, and that makes you the #1 contender. Well, why say, why wait? Next show is the 40th anniversary episode of XWF Shockwave. Let's make it official right now. Next show, me versus you. This no-holds-barred title goes on the line. May the best man win. I'll see you next show. Big Things put out the challenge. He's tired of waiting. He's tired of waiting, so that's now official that on episode 40 of Shockwave, our anniversary show, it's going to be a big one. Big D versus Crow for the No Holds Barred Championship. I'm looking forward to that. Tremors is next, and then it's the 40th anniversary of Shockwave, and we got some great matches already set in stone for you. All we got left for tonight is our main event, Nightmare versus Damage, Green Light Tournament main event. I can't wait. XWF's in a great place with some great matches left, right, and center. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm here and we're going backstage here. What's this about? Damage is approaching Luke Loins. He says, Luke Loins, I hope you know what happened to Meltdown was not the definitive end to this. And Luke Loins says, look, Damage, you chose the match type, you chose the rules, and it was your turf. And I'm not going to lie, you took me to the limit. We both put in 120% at Meltdown, but on the night, I proved that I am the better man because I got the job done. I proved why I am the XWF World Heavyweight Champion. And Damage says, you keep telling yourself that, Loins, but know that I will not rest until I am the champion. And Luke Loins says, well, if you want to put your money where your mouth is, you better get focused on Nightmare. Because Nightmare is your opponent tonight, and Damage says Nightmare is not a problem, and neither is anyone else in this stupid green light tournament. I'm the best there is here in the XWF. If I have to win this tournament just to get another shot, at you to prove that, then so be it. And the Gladiator's Gauntlet, I'm taking that belt where it belongs, to me. And Damage leaves, leaving a lasting impression on Luke Moynes, and we're moving on to our main event. Nightmare's pyro music kicks in, and he is making his way down to the ring. Nightmare and Damage, they've had some incredible matches over the years, and, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we're about to see another classic here tonight in our main event of XWF SHOCKWAVE 39. One green light on the line. You know, this match could be the difference between you becoming the #1 contender and just missing it, just missing that opportunity. Damage wants this shot so bad. You know how it must feel to go to Meltdown, to be in the main event, to put your body on the line for something that you have never had. Damage has never been the World Heavyweight Champion, and I know how much that title means to him, how much he wants to be that champion. He feels like it will validate his career to hold that championship. And then you don't get it. You know how that must feel, to be beaten and know that you were not the best man on the night. You were not the best man on the night on the most important match of your life, and that is what Damage is feeling right now. And this is his second chance. This is his chance to start his path again, to rebuild another shot. The problem is, you know, he's off a TLC match. He's coming off a TLC match where his body was beaten and bruised. And he's facing a man that knows him like the back of his hand, and that is Nightmare. You know, these two men have been in the ring many times, be it on the same side, be it against each other. They know each other's movesets, they know each other's mannerisms, they know each other's setup moves, they know what each other's bringing to the table. My deal is, can Damage beat Nightmare tonight? After, you know, he's beaten and bruised from Meltdown. And we're going to find out, because I know both these men would want nothing more to go into this match with a green light, and Nightmare blocks the kick and throws Damage around with a clothesline. Side headlock from Nightmare, elbow shot to the back of the head, taking control early on. Goes for an elbow, Damage knees his way out. Side headlock from Damage, European uppercut on Nightmare. Damage here, going for the Irish whip, bounces Nightmare and draws him in. Nightmare belly suplex. This is what I mean. These two men know each other so well, they can always counteract whatever the other one brings to the table. Irish whip, Nightmare ducks under Damage. Damage off the ropes. Damage jumps up, knees to the face, and drives Nightmare into the mat. We're in for a big main event here tonight, and it's starting hard already. European uppercut from Damage, and another one. Damage punching Nightmare on the ropes. Irish whip, bouncing Nightmare off. Damage side moon kick there into the side of the head. Nightmare trying to get up to his feet, but Damage going for the Irish whip again. Throws Nightmare over the top rope. Goes to grab Nightmare. Forearm smash, pushing him away. Nightmare gets in the ring. What's he got in mind? Punch to the face. Punch to the face. Clubbing. And a third punch, and Damage goes down like a sack of spuds. Like a sack of bricks. Like a sack of cement. Irish whip into the corner. Nightmare. Punch to the forehead. And another one. Bruising Damage. Look at this. Irish whip into the opposite corner. Nightmare runs in. Forearm smash, and Damage crumbles to the mat. Kick to the abdomen. Nightmare in control of this match early on. Both these men want this so bad, I can feel it in them. On a deer dance here, they're locking horns. Who's the stronger man? Nightmare wins the tie-up with a side headlock. Damage fights his way out into an arm wrench. Massive punch to the elbow. Nightmare stomps and a kick to the side of the head. Nightmare falls down. He gets straight back up to his feet, though. Anticipating a shot there from Damage, and he receives it, but he couldn't block it in time. And Damage is all over Nightmare here. Look at this, up onto the second rope. Locks his head in. Tornado DDT there from Damage with precision. Nightmare still up to his feet, but Damage with a throwback. Locking the horns ASAP. 1, 2, and a kick out there by Nightmare. Not enough to keep him down, but Damage, you can see, is taking control back in this match with a aggressive series of strikes there. The European uppercut. Look at this. Damage with the Irish whip, bouncing Nightmare off the ropes. Goes to grab him, twist him around. I think Nightmare is trying to grab Damage and fight his way out, but Damage forward his way through into a neck breaker. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2 there by Nightmare. Damage definitely in control. Goes for a punch. I speak too soon as Nightmare blocks a punch. Goes for a punch. Damage blocks it. Fighting back. Kick to the abdomen. Goes for a punch. Nightmare blocks it. A massive shot to the face. Knocking Damage off his feet. This could be Nightmare's chance to get back in the match with a side headlock. Kick to the abdomen. Double axe handle to the back. Nightmare using strikes to overpower Damage and a clothesline to the back of the head. Damage trying to get up to his feet. You can see he's in danger. He's in stunned position. And a backdrop there from Nightmare. Just the move that he needed. High impact for the cover. 1. 2, and a kick out on 2 by Damage. Not enough to keep these two men down, giving it everything they've got. Nightmare with a strike to the head, elbow shot to the back of the head, side headlock, and another elbow shot. A great way to wear your opponent down. Goes for the Irish whip. Damage blocks it and throws Nightmare over the top rope. Nightmare with a forearm smash, fighting his way through it, up onto the top rope. Look at this. Damage runs on a crescent moon kick, stunning Nightmare while he's on the top rope. Look at this. Damage moving Nightmare's legs round. Look at this. Grabbing him by the jaw. Grabbing him by the jawbreaker from the top rope. Absolutely vicious. This is the moveset that Damage is in. This is the mindset that he's in. He's delivering high-impact moves. 1. Could be over 2. 3, and Nightmare kicks out on 2.7. Not enough to keep him down. These two men bringing out everything they got. Nightmare trying to get up to his feet, but receives a right hook from Damage. Damage lifting the stun Nightmare up, and Nightmare fights his way back out straight into a bulldog. Both these men are just clicking their fingers and finding a way to get back into the match. Off the rope, knee to the face, and Damage neck breaker. Beautifully executed, strung together combo there from Nightmare. 1, 2, 3, and a kick out on 2.5 there by Damage. Not enough to keep him down. Look at this. Nightmare, T-bone suplex, driving Damage into the mat. Damage doesn't even know what hit him. Nightmare picks him up, shot between the eyes, and another one, knocking Damage clean off his feet. Nightmare picking Damage up, locks him in the Devastator. Nightmare's got it in the back. Wait, Damage slipped out. Damage driving the skull into the ground with a vicious pinpoint DDT. This is what I mean. These men know each other too well. 1, 2, 3, a kick out on 2.5 by Nightmare. They know each other's movesets so well. They know what's coming and they know how to fight out of it. Damage torning Nightmare up for a brainbuster. If he nails it, it could be over, but Nightmare with the punch between the eyes, and another one. Fighting Damage, fighting it back in his favor. Damage reverses the Irish whip, ducking down. Nightmare runs in, drives the skull into his knee. Nightmare crossface. Nightmare's locked in the crossface. Damage has got nowhere to go. If Damage taps out, Nightmare gets a green light. Nightmare steps one step closer to becoming the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damage wants this so bad. He does not want to tap out. He's crawling. His fingers on the backboard. Damage rolls his way out of it. Finds a way out of it. So much spear from Nightmare. Damage was stunned for a second. He didn't know what hit him. He was recovering from that crossface, and Damage, he got up and Nightmare speared him to hell. Nightmare picks Damage up, but Damage fights back. Kick to the abdomen. Bounces Nightmare off the rope. Drop kick into the face of Nightmare. Damage drop kick into the face of Nightmare again. Nightmare runs in, goes for a clothesline. Damage turns him inside out. Neck breaker. Damage back in control of this match. That crossface was a dangerous position for Damage to be in, but he found the way out of it, and that is the most important thing. And another single knee drop kick there from Damage. What is he going to do to keep Nightmare down? What is he going to do? Irish whip here from Damage, bouncing Nightmare off the ropes. Look at this. Jumps on with the Luthez press, driving fist into the face of Nightmare, trying to stun him. Damage just viciously assaulted Nightmare, picking Nightmare up to his feet. Nightmare knees him in the abdomen. Once Nightmare got him on Devastator, again going for a Devastator, but Nightmare couldn't nail it. Damage found the way out of it again with a reverse DDT, and he's turning Nightmare up for a brainbuster. If he gets this could be over. Damage, he locks it in. He locks Nightmare up, he hoists him up. Brainbuster on Nightmare. One step closer to a green light. One step closer to the World Heavyweight Championship. Could this be over? Damage goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Nightmare kicks out the brainbuster. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match. What a match. Damage gave him the finishing maneuver. Look at Damage's face. He can't believe Nightmare kicked out. Nightmare dug down deep. Nightmare knows what's on the line, and he dug down deep into the deepest depths of his soul to kick out of that move. And now Damage stomping every single limb of Nightmare, every body part, just trying to wear him down any way that he can, twisting the arm. What's Damage got in mind? Look at this arm breaker on Nightmare. Like I say, Damage is trying to wear down every limb, drives the knees into the face of Nightmare, driving him into the mat. This is what Damage is at his most dangerous, when he's got you on the ropes and he's just nailing you with his whole arsenal for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and a kick out from the leg drop by Nightmare. Just not enough to keep him down. Nightmare's got a fighting spirit. He's a fighting soldier, and he's not about to give up. Damage picking Nightmare up to his feet. What has he got in mind? Irish whip into the corner. This is Damage just locking Nightmare in the corner. Oh, he's twirling him up. Damage was a man with one thing on his mind, and that is winning. And he's going to go for severe brainbuster. Nightmare kicks his way out. He saw it coming. Nightmare off the top. No clothesline, driving Damage down. Nightmare knew what was on the line there. If he got severe brain damage, there was no way he was kicking out. But Nightmare locked it out, and he's fighting back with fists to the face of Damage. Irish whip. Damage reverses it. Nightmare off the rope. Damage a kick to the abdomen. Irish whip from Damage. These two men giving everything they've got. Drop kick in the face from Damage. And another one in between the eyes. Nightmare stunned. Nightmare goes for a clothesline. Damage turns him inside out. Neck breaker. Not enough from Nightmare as he tried to mount this return, tried to remount this attack. It just wasn't enough, and Damage is moving Nightmare into position. We all know what he's going for. Damage, splash, Damage up the zone. Nightmare caught him. Nightmare caught him with a K effect. He got up, and he K effected him from the splash. Damage. He's locked in the Devastator. Damage doesn't know what hit him. Devastator. 2 finishers in a row from Nightmare. Damage didn't see it coming. Leg hook. 1, 2, 3. Nightmare defeats Damage. Nightmare gets a green light. You know, you can almost feel the frustration on Damage as he was trying to win that match. This is a man who's not 100%. He had the most hardest fought battle possibly of, you know, his career at Meltdown in a TLC, and his body's still beaten, his body's still bruised, and he couldn't get the job done tonight. You know, Nightmare defeated Damage, and he caught him from the splash damage with a K effect. That's enough to just destroy you, and before Damage even knew what had hit him, devastated him, followed up with a 1, 2, 3. Nightmare gets a green light, and Damage slips further away from getting another shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. You know, I'm interested to see what Damage says about this after his little confrontation with Luke Loins, where he said he was definitely coming for him. Really good show, really good matches. I really enjoyed myself. I hope you guys did too. Don't forget, next show is our 40th anniversary of Shockwave. You know, between now and then, we're going to have an episode of Tremors. We got 2 great matches there, as well as more to come. So please tune into that, and I will see you then, and then I will see you on the 40th anniversary of Shockwave. Thanks for watching XWF. I know the shows are taking a long time to come around. We're busy. I'm a busy man. I got a lot on my plate, but I'm trying my best because I love the XWF. The XWF is something that I plan on doing for a long time, and I will do my best to get it to you. I'm sorry if there is a big delay between shows, but be sure I'm always cooking ideas in the background. Thank you very much. Please comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff. And thank you, everyone. I'll speak to you guys soon. Bear out.